Hey, this is Luke with Here I Stand Ministries, bringing you another edition of Monday Encouragement. In Psalm 116, verse 15, it says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his godly ones." And we have to ask, what does that mean? What does it mean that it is precious in his sight when a believer does come home? There are a couple things that we can see in Scripture, but one I wanted to mention today is that is the way that we're brought home. And it seems when we look at some scriptures that the angels are involved in that. In Luke chapter 16, Jesus tells a parable about a rich man and Lazarus. And Lazarus was this poor man, and he compared their two lives. And in Luke 16, verse 22, it says, "Now the poor man died and was carried away by the angels to Abraham's bosom. And the rich man also died and was buried." And that principle of being carried away by the angels and being brought home. Now, that was before the death of Christ, and it was a parable, but Jesus was telling this, and he was saying that the angels were involved in bringing this man home. And then we see in Matthew 24, Jesus is telling about the end times, about his return was coming. And in Matthew 24, verse 31, it says, "And he will send forth his angels with a great trumpet, and they will gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the sky to the other." Well, it is talking about the rapture, but the angels are involved there in bringing us home. And we know the angels are ministers, that they are servants of God. And Hebrews talks about how they serve the saints. And it seems to be one way in that even in the way that we're brought home, God has not forsaken us, that he is there. He's sending forth his angels to bring us home. And, well, we don't have a particular verse that says this, he does it every time, but the scripture does seem to point to this, and Jesus himself seems to indicate this in how he told this parable. And just want to encourage us with that. Yes, death can be it is a difficult time for anyone to know how to grieve. But as 1 Thessalonians 4:13 reminds us that we grieve not like those who don't have any hope. Paraphrasing a little, but that's what he's saying there, saying that we do grieve when someone passes, but we have a hope that we will see them again. But just wanted us to consider that God does not take death lightly. That is precious in his sight, that he's bringing someone home, and he uses the angels for that. It appears from scripture. Just wanted to share that quick, and to share an old gospel tune that speaks to this. And it's called "O Come Angel Band." My latest song is sinking fast, my wheel is moving on. My strongest trials now are past, my trial has begun. So come angel band, come and around me stand. Oh, scripture quotations are from the NASB, the New American Standard Bible, copyright 1971, 1995 by the Lockman Foundation, used by permission, all rights reserved.